shit char. Voodoo like Yu-Gi-Oh, jogging up on that you. Voodoo like Yu-Gi-Oh.
What's up, guys? Chase from Metagang here. I've got my Infernoble deck profile finally. I've been trying to work on this deck for a little while now, and I finally managed to get every piece I needed for it. So let's go ahead and break on into this profile real quick. We'll start with the main deck. So, start out, you got 3 copies of Renowned. He came out in Toon Chaos, and he's still a pretty pricey card. I've seen pretty much no less than 15 because he's your play starter. If you have a Fire Warrior, you can spit him out from your hand, and whenever you do, he becomes a tuner. And then whenever he's in the grave, at your end phase, you can return a Fire Warrior from, or I believe an equip spell that's banished in your grave and return it to your hand. So yeah, plus I mean he's a level 1, so he's a 1-for-1 target. So either way, he's an amazing card. I run 3 copies of Ogier. Whenever she's normal summoned or special summoned, you get to Foolish. Send a Fire Warrior and equip spell to your grave, and then while she's in the grave, you can target one of your Fire Warriors, equip her to it, and I believe, yeah, she prevents your monster from being destroyed by card effects. So it's really amazing that they can just spit themselves back as an equip spell, and they give you full protection. So if you can, establish more in your grave, the better off you are. Run 3 copies of Oliver. He's your main tuner for the deck. Whenever he's in the grave, you can target one, and I believe he's the one that prevents from being targeted with any type of card effect. And then also, he can spin himself out by, I believe it's sending a Fire Warrior or an equip spell from your hand or face up field to the grave. You summon him out and he becomes a level 1. So he's another push for, your tuners. And then I run 3 Roland. He equips from hand. I mean, he gives you 500, and then whenever he's in the grave, because the equipped monster was sent, you get to search for either an equip spell or Fire Warrior, which, I mean, your entire deck is pretty much all Fire Warriors, so he gets you, whatever you want, or he can set you up for next turn to get you a new equip spell. Another play starter for the deck, I run 3 copies of Super Quant Red Layer. He's a Cyber Dragon summon, and that's really all he's used for, plus he's a Fire Warrior. So he fits the deck extremely well, and he helps you get your plays started by helping you get into different versions of your extra deck. I run 2 copies of Command Knight, because you can actually pretty much spit her out for, practically nothing, and it's not incredibly hard to get both of them out at the same turn, which gives you a lock, and your opponent can't really do much of anything against you. Plus, I believe, does she not? Yeah, she increases all warriors by 400. So it's also an attack buff, which is always amazing, plus you already have some attack buffs in the deck, but hey, the more the merrier. I run 2 copies of Magius. Let's see. Whenever Magius gets sent to the grave, you can shuffle back 3 of your Fire Warriors, or I believe, is it equipped, or yeah, your Noble Arms that are banished or in your grave. You shuffle those 3 back, and then do you draw a card? Yes, you do. Of course you do, because this deck is amazing. And this one also, while it's in the grave, you can target one of your Fire Warriors, equip it, and it can't be destroyed by battle. So there's another protection right there, which is just flat out amazing. I run, this is arguable, I run 2 copies of Fire Flint Lady. It's a free summon and a bigger extension. So, I mean, why would you not want to do that? And then you can also send it to special summon one of your level 4s from your hand. So, you know, it's an extension in itself, and secondly, its effect gives you an even bigger extension. So, why not? And then I run 2 copies of the Immortal Phoenix Gearfried. This guy, you banish an equip spell from your field or grave, and you spit him out, and then he's a negate by sending away one of your equip spells. And he's a 3 grand. I mean, why would we not want a 3 grand that we can just bring out for free? And that's it for my monsters. I do not run any traps currently. I've seen a couple that I've been interested in, like Armory Call is a great card to look into for this deck. But like I said, I don't run any traps at the moment. So, I run 2 copies of Crossover. As long as you have a warrior and your opponent has a monster, you can target your monster and one of theirs and equip it to your monster that gives it an effect of protection. If it was to be destroyed, you send away the equipped monster instead. So, helps, like, just spot clear. Getting into some of my, let's see, actually, I'll go with my one-ofs. I got the one, single 1-for-1, the one Monster Reborn, and one Rhoda. Obvious reasons. All warriors, recursion from graves is just amazing, and you have level 1s that you like to see. And then the rest are equip spells. The biggest nostalgia card that I feel I run in the deck is probably the Fusion Sword. Masamune Blade gives your warrior 800, and it can't be destroyed by card effects. So, why not? I mean, it's too good not to run, and seeing it viable again is just awesome. Another nostalgia card I run is Salamandra. Equips to a fire monster, your whole deck is fire, and it gives it 700. So that's a big boost on it. So helps a lot. Of course, you know, the one Phoenix Blade, so that you can just keep recurring and always have that equipped spell. I run 1 copy of Living Fossil. It's good for the Isoled pitch, but even if you do have it in hand, it can help your kind of play extend, because it's basically a Monster Reborn. It blocks out your effects and stuff like that, but it's really not a big deal, because you don't really have much effects you have going on from your field. It's mainly from your grave. And then I run 2 copies of the Super Magic Sword Raftinus. I love this card. I would run a 3rd if I had it. I love it that much. Basically, at the start of the battle phase, you can take the equipped monster and switch its battle position. While it's in attack, it can't be targeted by effects, and while it's in defense, it cannot be destroyed by battle. So you can really just go either way with it, and it's flat out amazing. And then I run 2 copies of Hauteclaire, 2 copies of Joyous, and 2 copies of Durendal. Honestly, I haven't really got to play much with Durendal just yet, so we'll see how that goes. I know it's probably like one of the most important cards for the deck, and I finally managed to get my 2. So, yeah, I can't wait to actually experiment more and learn what all I'm going to change or keep, so I can keep updating y'all with the deck profile. But that does it for my main deck. For my extra deck, I got 2 copies of Emperor Charles. He is awesome. He basically is a quick effect to equip himself, and whenever he equips, he blows stuff up. I mean, he's just flat out amazing. He is your bigger sinker that you go into, but man, if you can build up to him, it's awesome. I run one copy of the Ignoble. Basically, if I really need to extend into him, it's so I can see my equip spell and get it to the grave so I can reoccur my effects a little bit easier. But then I run 2 copies of Oliver. This card, it just came out in Phantom Rage, and he is amazing. If you have a Fire Warrior on your field while he's in your grave, you can target it to bring him back, equip it to him, and give him 500 boost. And he's just amazing reoccurrence. I think I ended up bringing him out from the grave 3 different times in my last duel with this deck, and that was 3 turns in a row. And yeah, he's excellent. And then I also run 2 copies of Captain Roland. He basically, he gives your monster 2,000 attack whenever he's in grave. He targets to equip, and yeah, he gives it the boost of a lifetime. But that's, let's see. And then I got one other synchro that I run, which is an older one. Got that Crimson Blader. He's a Fire Warrior, and he shuts down level 5 and higher, which in this era of Yu-Gi-Oh! Guys, we need that. Because there are decks like Virtual World and all kinds of crazy stuff like that that are just blowing things out of the water. So this really helps prevent stuff like that. And then I run 4 different Link monsters. You got 2 Isold. Basic reasons, man. It's a warrior Link. It searches. It's a noble knight. I mean, there are so many reasons for this deck, just like the original nobles. Beautiful, get your stuff engraved, get you to summon, get you a search, whatever you need. And then I run Ferocious Flame Swordsman. I love him. A lot of people are really kind of back and forth with him, but he gives your warriors 500, and then he helps reoccur. So, I mean, I think it's definitely a mandatory at least 1 of. And then I run the 1 Doolittle Chimera. The whole deck is fire, and it reoccurs your fires from grave, which can be extremely useful. And then my newest additions to the deck, I've got the 1 Sacred Noble Knight, 1 Artorigus, and 1 King Artorigus to help extend that equip spell playground of the entire deck. But that's all I'm going to do for this profile, guys. Be sure to watch out for the updates. We'll see you later.
Like and subscribe to Metagame.
That shit sharp, Voodoo like Yu-Gi-Oh! Jogging up all night, you. Voodoo like Yu-Gi-Oh!